Okay, it's now the top of the hour, so let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to today's live demo of the Lawlytics technology, which we will follow by a Q&A session. We're so excited to have you here with us today. Just a few housekeeping matters before we get started. This webinar is being recorded and will be sent to you via email shortly afterwards, so there's no need to take notes unless you'd like to do so. And in the event that you're having any issues with the audio or visual components of this webinar, please go ahead and use the raised hand feature in the GoToWebinar control panel, or you can go ahead and type us a message and we'll try to get that resolved for you as quickly as possible. So my name is Drew Mancini, and I am the Digital Marketing Manager here at Lawlytics. I have a background as a marketing consultant for solos and small law firms in digital marketing practices, as well as branding. And now I continue to enjoy helping to make marketing more accessible and enjoyable for attorneys by helping to create those resources that ultimately demystify successful marketing practices. And joining me today is Ms. Crystal Allen. Prior to joining Lawlytics, Crystal worked at a destination marketing agency as an account manager, where her role involved providing assistance to destinations seeking enhanced online visibility and nationwide recognition. And as a setup coordinator at Lawlytics, Crystal is committed to guiding members through their process of establishing new websites or improving their existing ones, ensuring that they achieve their goals with confidence. So again, thank you for taking the time to join us today. We know that your time is so valuable, so we promise that this will be a productive look at the Lawlytics platform and our value add services. And as you may already know, it's important to get a website up and starting to gain traction on search engines as soon as possible. And many attorneys will make the mistake of waiting, but actually building SEO value takes time. So today we're going to help you save some of that time by walking you through some popular features of Lawlytics, such as our built-in content generation tool, and address any questions that you may have in our Q&A. So if there's anything that you're curious about or have questions about, you can go ahead and drop those in the chat at any time, and we will get to them at the end. So let's jump right into it and take a quick tour. And I'm going to get us out of these slides and right into our dashboard. So this is the Lawlytics dashboard. This is where you're going to access all aspects of your website, including adding new pages, creating forms, adding case results, and monitoring your web performance analytics. As you can see, there are some quick shortcuts that are included on the dashboard, such as quick buttons to create a new blog post, new case result, or just a new general page. This section would take you right to that content library tool. There's other shortcuts such as contacting support, viewing tutorials, as well as links to our latest blog posts. And then up here is your navigation bar. There's several different places you can go to from this navigation. So if there's anything you wanted to publish, these are your available sites, blogging, case results, attorney profiles, client testimonials, and your offices. You can access information about leads, such as who has submitted a form on your website, any active leads won and lost. You can store images and video that you need for your website right on your dashboard for easy access later on. So that's where we see the images and videos, and then those things like the forms, links, and disclaimers. You can access your performance analytics right from your dashboard, which Crystal is going to be going over with us in a bit, as well as access the network of other Lawlytics members that are using our technology, and then the content library. So that's just a quick tour of what you can expect from the dashboard. And then let's go ahead and go into the back end of one of these websites. So to get to the websites, you're just going to go under Publish and Sites. And this is just an example of if I had multiple law firm websites with Lawlytics. So if I did have more than one, I would see them all in this space. And whichever one I'm wanting to make edits on, I'll just go ahead and click into it. And then right away, I'm taken to the back end of the Lawlytics website. And basically, just to break it down, on the left here, we have the navigation bar of our website. So instead of horizontal, as we would see it on the front end, it's displayed vertically to us. And this is where we can go in, click into any of our pages. And as you can see on the right here, we have these blank fields that you can make any edits on or create any content with. And it's as easy as using any sort of word processor. As you can see, it's very familiar tools and options. And just to give you an idea of what we're looking at on the front end, we can go ahead and preview site. And as you can see, the navigation menu that we were looking at on the left is this same navigation menu that's on the top of our page, and that's what the client is going to be seeing when they type in your website. So this is just an example of a sample law firm website. We've got our click to call phone number in the top right, our logo and firm name that is clickable and hyperlinked, our navigation menu. A lot of people like to do sliding images on the top of their website for more visual interest. This one is a static image, little information about the firm, and other practice areas. These are all easy to create and edit in the Lawlytics dashboard as well. These are rearrangeable. You can edit the icons, rename the practice areas, add, take away, all in just a matter of minutes. And then a contact form and the office location information. So that's just a quick tour of the front end. And then, so say you did have something that you wanted to edit in the navigation bar that we saw at the top here. Say that maybe you primarily used to practice estate planning, but now you're getting a ton more criminal defense clients. So you would rather display criminal defense before estate planning. All you're going to need to do on the back end in your dashboard is just click criminal defense and drag it above estate planning. And then when you go to preview that site again, it's going to already be updated for you in real time. So that is a super convenient tool for attorneys because there's no coding involved. It's not complicated whatsoever. You're just clicking and dragging and making your site look exactly how you want it to be and need it to be. And then another tool I'm going to show you all is the content library. So we can access that again from this navigation bar or from the front end on that shortcut. So we're going to go ahead and click into this. And this is where you're going to go for your practice area content. Say you are adding a new practice area, or this is your very first law firm website, or maybe you just don't have a lot of practice area content to start with. Any of those reasons are excellent for using the content library. We have 20 practice areas right now in the content library and over 320 practice area topics. And this is just really cool because we are always adding to it, and we also take recommendations from our members. So if you're looking through all of these topics and you don't see one that you would like us to add, it's really easy to just click into those, and then at the bottom you can message us to request a topic, and we'll put it in a queue of sorts and write that content piece for you. So to browse any of these topics, like I said, we've got the 20 practice areas on the left here, and then each practice area has kind of subcategories that are organized underneath that practice area, and then you can view all of these topic cards for that subcategory. And on each topic card will just kind of be a quick summary of what you can expect to see in that piece of content. So for example, oh, and then you can also do search for content specifically on the search bar, which we will do now because there was one page I wanted to go over with you all, the intoxicated driving FAQ. Okay, and so that's showing up for me here. Okay, so once I've selected my practice area topic, card, I can click into it and then I right away see the preview of the content. On the left, we see all of the ways that this piece of content has been optimized for search engine performance. So for example, there are over 10 link opportunities, optimized subtitles, it's performing as the top 5 DUI defense page, and it's a high converter page. So those are all of the ways that this content has been optimized. And then on the right, we see the preview of the content, and then everything in blue is what we are going to be customizing in that next step so that it's tailored to your practice. So we can go ahead and use this template. And then as you can see, everything that was in blue was already auto-populated for me because I had filled out these forms or these fields previously. That's another new feature of this content library, is that you don't have to re-enter your entries again and again. You can enter them once, click Save Entries, and then when you're ready to create a new page of content, that's going to be already filled out for you. So that's another convenient thing. So as you can see on the left, everything that was filled out has been filled in on the right in blue. We can give this a quick look. Maybe we wanted to change any sort of free consultation information or anything like that, but it looks good, so we're going to go ahead and complete it. And then we're brought back to that back end of our dashboard where we have that text editor, and we're going to make any additional edits to our content in this space before we either save it as a draft or publish it to be live on the website. So we have the option to change the title, the navigation title, which is how it's going to show up in our navigation menu. We can also nest it under a parent page. So we'll say this fits under criminal defense, and then make any sort of edits to this content. So we have the regular stuff like bold, italic, underline, bulleted lists, numbered lists, anything simple like that. We also have a newer feature where you can create tables as well as grids. If there was something that you felt needed to fit into that sort of formatting for this piece of content, you can create hyperlinks and click to call phone numbers, as well as anchor links, which if you're not familiar with anchor links, those are going to be those hyperlinks at the top of content that tends to be very long. It helps you skip down to a section that you are particularly looking for. And then of course you can add images. One thing I'd like to point out is that I did mention you can kind of store images and video in your dashboard, but you can also use a whole library of stock images. So if you didn't have any images to begin with, those are easy to just search. You know, you can look up anything like car accident, and then those can be available for you to use for free. And then of course video and any sort of document or map feature, widget, or form. So there's lots of ways that you can customize this content, make it your own, and then as I mentioned before, once you're satisfied with it, save it as a draft, or we can publish it and then view it on that front end of the website, and it's instantly published to your website and ready to be searched for on Google and consumed by your web visitors. Okay. Oh, and the one thing I did forget to show you, before you are finished with your content, or maybe you need a little inspiration for how to make this a little bit better, we do have a tips and content suggestions tool in the bottom right corner. So if you've chosen any topic cards from our content library, these tips are going to be tailored to that topic card. So for this one, it's suggesting that you provide state-specific criminal laws, highlight your specific qualifications as attorney, and then get specific about your legal fees. So those are just some ways to kind of get that above and beyond effect for your content. And as you're going through these are clickable to check off. And even if you X'd out of this, saved it as a draft, came back later, your progress will be saved so that you can kind of keep yourself on track and make sure you're getting through all of those optimizations. Okay, the next thing I'm going to take you through is creating a new form. So these are really easy to create and edit for your Lawlytics website. As we are going through that little preview of the front end of the website, that contact form, that's kind of what I'm talking about. These can come in a few different formats. It can be a contact us, it could be sign up for our new blog, it could be, you know, request your free consultation. It's really up to you, but the important thing is that they're really easy to create and personalize on the back end. And it's going to be probably one of the most important ways for a potential client to contact you through your website. A lot of people don't always call you directly or email you directly. They are more comfortable with filling out a form. So that's why we have those there. So this is just an example. Let's go into a previously made one. To create a new one, you're just going to press new and you will be filling out all of these fields. But just for this purpose, I wanted to show you something a little more filled out. So this is an example of the contact form. You're going to give it a title. You're going to give it a bit of intro text and a response message. And then you can assign different fields and make them required or not required. And this is also a drag and drop feature. So if you wanted to reorder these and prioritize anything, you can do that just by drag and drop. You can add fields, take away fields. Maybe you wanted something extremely brief, or maybe you wanted to know a bit more about the potential client's legal issue before you have them submit. Any of those things, really easy to do. And then you can also assign a recipient for these. So if your office has someone who primarily handles intakes that are coming in from your website or phone calls or whatever, you can assign that form submission to go directly to them so that they are guaranteed to get it every single time. And then you can also connect this with your case management software so that that is also being tracked by your case management software like Clio or Filevine, something similar to that. So those are the forms. And then from here, I am going to hand it over to Crystal because she has also a couple things to go through with us as well.
Great, thank you. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Perfect. So I'm going to talk a little bit about our blogging section and our reporting. We'll go ahead and start with blogging. What you're seeing here on your screen is the actual section itself for blogging. So on the left-hand side, you're going to see your actual blog posts that you've created. So you'll see this one currently has 3 that have been made. And then on the right, you're seeing just a snippet of that blog post itself. What I'll walk you through is how to create a new one. So let's go ahead and push the new button. And when I do that, it now populates with the right with all the different information that I'm going to input in as I create a blog. So that first section says ghostwrite as an attorney. So if you want to, you can give someone else ghostwriter permissions to create your blogs. So that could be like a third-party content writer, maybe a paralegal or an intern or somebody that you'd like to do that type of writing for you. And then what happens is when they submit it, it would then go to you first and you can approve it to then go live on the site. So you still have that control that you would like to have before anything goes live. As you kind of go down the list here, we'll get to the title. What that's going to do is basically the title of your blog, and then underneath that is the blog post itself. So this area looks just the same as what Drew was showing you on the other sections of the site. So we're keeping it all very similar and easy to edit and update. So you'll see the same toolbar that you can kind of go through, add different things if you'd like, add images, add video to your blogs, anything that you're kind of thinking you want to add in there, very easy to do here. Then as you go down, there's a summary section. This section, you can add your own summary if you'd like to, or it will, the system itself will automatically create a summary based off of those first few lines of text that you put in the blog. So if you don't feel like doing that, no problem, it's already going to do it for you. Then when you get to the select a post topic, when you click in here, what this does is kind of help you better organize the information. It's going to help someone on the front end of your site that's visiting see what this information is about. So let's say you have a tag and you were to input a tag. I'll just say 2 examples here, as we did before: estate planning and criminal defense. Those are extremely different. You want to make sure that someone coming to your site can get to your estate planning blogs or your criminal defense blogs in a very easy way. And I'll show you that on the front end, what that's going to look like. But this helps put them in categories for you so that those people can read which ones they want. The next section is about commenting. You can have people comment on individual blogs if you'd like it. If you would not, you can always turn that off. But if you want to and they do comment, they will come to you first. So you'll get a notification about that comment. You'll be able to see it before you say, yes, go ahead and post that on the site. If you don't want to post it, you don't have to, but that's really up to you on what you prefer. The next one is a featured image. So this is going to show up on the website itself, on the main blog page. I'll kind of show you that after as well. That will show up next to the blog itself. Another place it can show up is just below that. You're going to see that it says select social media accounts. So if you decide to hook up your Lawlytics website with your social media accounts like LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, which is now called X, if you decide that you want it to go to those social media accounts, when you go ahead and publish it here on Lawlytics, it will then go out to those different social media accounts as well. So you only have to do the work in one place as opposed to going to each and every place when you publish a blog. The next one is the publish date. So you can, of course, publish as of today, or if you have some time and you wanted to write 2 or 3 blogs and you don't want to publish them all at once, you can put a date in the future. So it's really helpful because when you do have that time, I know it's precious. If you can get in here, write something, and you have some ideas for another blog, definitely don't wait. If you're able to do it, you want to come in here, get those written, and then you can publish them in the future, which makes it really easy. The next one is select a site. So if you have more than one website with us, this is where you'd come to say, oh, I want it to go to this site or this site. So it's per individual sites. Then we can go ahead and hit publish. We can look at one of the other ones if you prefer. Oh, okay.
We can also just look at this one.
Yeah, let's look at that one. And then we can hit view on our site. And so that's taking us to that individual blog. So that title is automatically formatted the way we want to see it. You can see that it's posted by, and then we can, through there, we have a link to get to the profile of who it's posted by, which is always good to have those links intermixed throughout your website. Then on the blog itself, you'll be able to see any of the formatting that you put in from that toolbar. And just so you know, if you need help with understanding any of that formatting, that's what our team here, that's what we're here for. We're here to help walk you through what these types of things are and why you would be putting formatting and those types of things. So you can also now see different links in blue to help call those sections out. And then as you keep scrolling, you'll get down to that comment section, and then also an area where people can share this blog if you would like them to, on like, X, all those different things, if that's something you want to do. And then they can leave the comments there. And then let's go ahead and go to the main blog page if you can, if you scroll back up to the top.
Oops, sorry.
And then, yeah, it's okay. And then let's go to blog. Perfect. And from here, I just wanted to show you that's where those images show up on the site itself. So right alongside your blog. So it's really easy to see, what is this? What am I looking at? What am I clicking on? And then on the right-hand side, you're going to see that there's those topics there. So we have a tag there for COVID-19. So that means when someone clicks on that, any of the blogs related to COVID-19 will then populate on the left-hand side. So if there was one for criminal defense, you click on it, any of the blogs for criminal defense will then populate on the left-hand side. So it makes it easy for someone to kind of navigate within the blog itself. Awesome. So that's really all I wanted to cover about blogging. Next, what I'd like to kind of take you all through is a little bit more about our reporting section and what that actually means and really what we're showing you. So I'll go ahead if we're going to pop this in. Oh, yeah, perfect. So this is just some screenshots to kind of give you a little bit more visualization of what an active site might look like. So what we have first is an overview page. So that really is going to just talk about the traffic coming into your site overall, like who are the people visiting your website. Then as you kind of go down on the left-hand side, it's going to show you things like live visitors on the site. Location, so where are they located? What state are these people in that are visiting your website? And then sources, where are they coming from online? What is the source that they came from? Then something that kind of hones in a little bit more is the content itself. So we've got like most trafficked pages. So that means what pages are getting the most traffic. So the visitors, what pages are visitors visiting the most? Then you have things like page stickiness, which is showing where people are coming. So when they come to your site, how long are they spending on that page? And then their top entry pages. So what page are they coming to when they find your website? It's definitely not always going to be your homepage, because if they're coming through like Google or other search engines, that means that they've asked a question that your website is now answering. So what page is that is answering the question that they have? And then it also is a top exit page. What page are they leaving on? And so all of these things kind of working together can help you as you think about adding other pages to your site, or kind of like the overall health of your website. And that's something that our support team is here to help you with. So if you see this and you're like, wait, what is all of this stuff? Don't worry. That's after you get your site up and live, you can have strategy calls with our support team, and they will actually talk you through what these different reporting metrics are, what they mean, and why you should really care about them, and how it can benefit you as you create new pages, even new blogs, or if you're thinking of getting rid of a practice area, what kind of traffic are you getting to the pages that you're thinking about getting rid of? Is that something you really want to be doing, or what other pages should you be adding? So that's a little bit more about the reporting, and that's kind of how I want to sum it up. And Drew, if there's anything else, just let me know.
No, that's it for the quick tour portion of today's live demo. And then I really just want to get into if we have any questions from you all and how we can help you answer any of those. We do have a couple that have come in. So Crystal, I will read you those. Our first question is, how do we add social media accounts for our blogs, and which social media accounts can we add?
All right, great question. So if we want to go back into the platform, so to add, just go up to where you see your photo, and then you go down to my social media accounts. And then from there, you can actually, this is showing you someone that's already been logged in. So when it does populate the first time, it's going to show 3 different blocks. It'll show you Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter, which is now called X. So it will show you those 3. Those are the 3 you can log into. And those are the 3 main ones that you'd even want to use for something like sending out your blogs to. So it's easy. You just come in here, log in, provide like your profile URL, save account, and then you are hooked up and ready to go. And what happens with that is then in the blog section, all you do is check a box every time and say you don't want it to go out to a social media account. You just decide not to check that box, and that's how you keep it from going out to that one.
Awesome, thank you. Next question is, what is the summary used for in the blog template? So we can go back to that.
Yep. So the summary would be, let's go ahead and go to view on my site, actually.
Oh.
So yeah, I'll show you, and then go to the main blog page. So at the top, perfect. So that summary is actually going to be this section that you're seeing here. So it's just kind of a lead in. If you want it to be something other than the first bit of information on your blog, that's what you'd be putting here. But that's why it is, honestly, I like that it automatically pulls from the main information of the blog, because it's really giving the information, that first section of what someone's about to continue reading.
Awesome. Okay, and then our next question, do you help with SEO?
Great question. So yes, we do. So our whole platform is built with SEO in mind. A really awesome place to go, exactly, yeah, if you go to the settings section SEO. So this is an SEO snapshot. What this is showing you is everything that we're doing for you continuously all the time. You can come in here and see, all right, what is Lawlytics? This really describes, this first page here is showing you accessibility. So that with the check marks next to it, it's showing what has been done and what we continuously do for accessibility. As you scroll down, you're going to get to a section that says it's like optional. So you'll see these in all of those different tabs. This optional one is something you can add. We actually have a free Userway integration you can use directly through the platform that as a setup coordinator, I would help show you how to add that to the website. And that's why that box is not checked here, because we don't automatically add it to everyone. We want to make sure it's something you want on your site and that it's going to be beneficial to you and your firm. So this basically is just giving you that overall snapshot of the things that we do for content, page speed, search engine visibility. We talked a lot about the content library. All of those are built with SEO in mind and are optimized for SEO. The main thing that you want to think about when you think about SEO is that you are really providing content to those people visiting your website. You're answering the questions that they are asking. That is one of the most important things, and that's one of the main things we want you to focus on. All this other stuff is the stuff in the back end that we're doing and that the platform has done to make it easy so that you can add that content. So I hope that kind of answers the question. Happy to go into it more if I need to.
Yeah, thank you, and great question.
Mm-hmm.
That is all of our questions at the moment. I will keep an eye on this and let other things trickle in if they do come in, and get back to this slideshow for now. I did just want to cover quickly our website design tool. So if you are thinking about having a website with us, you're not really sure what it would look like or what it could look like, or how it would be different than your current website, you can actually now get an instant firsthand look at what your new website could look like with us using this interactive website design preview tool. So it's going to allow you to browse various layouts, customize the site to your firm's branding and colors, and even toggle through different image options so that you can really get a feel of what your new website could look like. So I'm going to just drop the link in the chat for you all here in case you wanted to play around and just kind of take a look at all the possibilities. And then I will also have promised you all a version 2 of our 4-week social media content calendar. So if you've gone to one of our webinars before that where we gave this out, this is going to be a new version. It's got 4 weeks of brand new ideas for you to post on social media. To use this, really what my suggested plan of attack, if you will, is start with week 1, choose 1 to max 3 posts to post for that week, and then move on to week 2. And then same thing for week 2, you're going to choose maybe 1, max 3 posts from that week, and then you're ready for week 3. And then just rinse and repeat until you get through all of those post suggestions, or you can recycle some of those suggestions for that following week. However you want to do it, this is really just so you can get some inspiration, spend way less time brainstorming what you need to be posting on social media, and just hopefully turn it into a bit of a habit for yourself and maybe even have some fun with it. So I'm going to link that as well in the chat. It should be a PDF download for you all, and sorry, I gotta fix this URL because it's a little broken up right now. And then I will shoot this out. I don't know. Wait, sorry, I might have just messed that up. Let me try this again. Okay, hopefully that works for you all. Oh, it got cut off towards the end. So let me also just try this. Okay, that one is fully hyperlinked for you all. So yeah, and just while we're in this space, this is just the PDF of the content calendar. Okay, I do have another question that popped up, so we will get to that one, and then if there are no further questions, we will close out with you guys. Okay, so last question. If I'm already a member, can I use the preview tool to see if I want another design? That's a great question.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I think that's definitely you can use the preview tool. That's a good way to even to look at it and break it down, and then it makes it easy. If there's something that you like, you just let us know, and then we can work from there and make sure that we're adjusting your current site to what it needs to be. And then we'd have a conversation about it as well. If you have any questions or would like to talk to us first, we'll of course talk it through and make sure we're getting it the way you need it to be.
Yep, website redesigns are free to do with us. You can do them as many times as you want. So if you did get into this site builder tool and you realize you want everything orange instead of blue or whatever, it's no problem. We can help you with that and get that done for you at no extra cost. So great question. But okay, awesome. Let me go back to my slides here. And I wanted to leave you all with a few easy ways to get in touch with us. If you are interested in anything that you saw here today, or you want to ask some further questions, maybe see deeper into the tool, I would love to invite you to request a demo with us. And we would love to sit down with you and talk about your options in more detail. But that is the end of the presentation today. I want to thank Crystal so much for joining us today. I appreciate the help and all of your great advice in the Q&A. Again, if you guys have any questions about having a successful website with Wellalytics, please feel free to reach out to us. And thanks so much for joining us. Have a good one.